Welcome, fellow fans of Clash of Clans from around the world, and Merry Clashmas Season to you. Today is going to be the most nerve-wracking episode of Clash of Clans ever. And no, it has nothing to do with the second Clashmas Challenge base, which, by the way, is pretty straightforward. I don't even think anybody's really going to need a guide video to get through this. But hey, if you want guide videos to all of the Clashmas challenges, then make sure you are subscribed to the channel and you have notifications turned on, and you could copy what I did here, but essentially it's not that complicated. But the exciting stuff comes after this because yes, Galadon is getting into the Christmas Clashmas spirits with his Santa's surprise base. And it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be wild. It's gonna be crazy. We are going to explore the hidden dark underbelly side of Clash of Clans in the coming days before leading up to Christmas. And what I mean is, okay, you just have to wait and see at the end of this challenge what happens. But I've got a Town Hall 11 base, and it is strange but true. It would be impossible by today's standards to make a base like this. It only has one defense, no walls, and yes, I've spent the last 2 years curating this account and trying to get as many Clashmas presents, Santa spell drops on this base as possible. And it has been a lot of fun, and we've met some unusual other bases that are trying to do the same thing. And in today's episode, well, yeah, you'll see it. It's crazy. It actually exists. There are players out there that have literally every square of their entire base that isn't occupied by a wall, defense, or other building is, yes, a present. It's crazy. It's insane. And there's actually quite a few bases out there. So I'm not really creating anything all that unusual, although the fact that it is nearly empty. It's a Town Hall 11. Well, you'll see it. And maybe in previous videos, you've seen it. It is fun. It is something we break out every year. We create our own Santa's surprise clan or whatever. I'll show you here in a second. Okay, so this is the challenge. The second of 5, not that hard. The third one though, oh man, it's crazy hard. Even Itsu admitted it was super hard. Okay, so here is the base, Santa's surprise. And this point in the video is the most nerve-wracking experience I've ever had in the history of Clash of Clans. And what you wonder could be possibly so nerve-wracking? Okay, now if you're not familiar with Santa's spell gifts, if you click on one of these presents, even one, every single one disappears. So yes, I decided that we would make this base completely Christmas themed. And what that means is every other obstacle that is anywhere around this base needs to be removed. Now, the initial thought was, let's save, a 9th anniversary, a 10th anniversary cake out here on the outside. And eventually I'm even going to go against that and just delete everything. Now, yes, of course, deleting obstacles around the outside of a base, not that tough, not that risky. But when it came down to the final gifts that were in the middle, these 8th anniversary cakes, I mean, okay, I'm zooming in here on my tablet, and I'm being as precise as possible because I know one misclick, one fat-fingered fail, and yes, every single gift goes away forever and ever, and 2 years of work is down the drain. Now, I know secretly many of you were hoping in this video I would accidentally click on one of those, and you could watch every single gift disappear simultaneously. Yeah, okay, so, perhaps in a future video that will happen. I try to record every time I'm on this base because I figure just statistically the likelihood of me eventually screwing up is high. So we made it though. We did it. We got everything out of the way. So there are only holiday Christmas Clashmas obstacles left. And the idea is at this point that yes, let's try to get some more gifts sent to us. And that means logging on repeatedly, going in, clearing any non-holiday obstacles that have spawned, which again is going to be a bit nerve-wracking. Then, of course, we need to remove the shield, remove the guard, and go back out into the wild. And as often as possible, and I'm talking about like at least a dozen times a day, I'm logging onto this account, I'm clearing obstacles, I'm removing the shield and guard, and then I'm putting it back out into the player pool, hoping that eventually we will get hit. Now, the big key right here is that it needs to be obviously close to your Town Hall level and close to your trophy level. So it seems like maybe this area isn't that bad because I have found some other bases that obviously are trying to do the same thing as I am. And of course, most of them are doing a better job. They seem to have way more gifts. And yeah, now what I have also done, and now this is exciting, or possibly just a complete waste of time and money, is I've taken one of my other accounts, and this one is in Tribe Gaming. Notice the name, Galadon Tribe. And yes, just the other day, this was a meager Town Hall 6. We worked it up to a Town Hall 9, and we are going to gem it all the way to Town Hall 11, so that it can also be 11, the same Town Hall level as the Santa Surprise Base. Then we're going to get the trophies close together. And then the thought is maybe, just maybe, this account could find my Santa's surprise base in the wild. Now, this is something that has never happened to me in 10 years of playing Clash. I've never found my own base. And I know that this is exceedingly rare and statistically improbable, but we're going to try it anyway. Okay, fine. You know, I got time. And I got a little bit of money. We spent, it was about $40, I think, maybe total to do this. If we find my base, it will make it worth it. We bought some gems, we bought some packages, and yes, don't worry, eventually, not in today's episode, eventually, I will upgrade the spell factory so that I hold more Santa spells. Right now, I think I only have a capacity of 3. So we'll work on that in the future. First things first, using the hammers, the books, the gold, whatever the case may be, to get to Town Hall 11. There it is. And yes, believe it or not, we actually did have a hammer from spectating for being part of the clan for enough of Tribe's CWLs. Every now and then they put me in the roster. So yes. Now, this is the base I was talking about earlier, and it's not the only base of its kind. Well done, Mr. Danny. At this point, there's really no point. I mean, right? He can't play. You can't log on because if you log on, you might click a gift. And he's not even trying for more gifts. Although, now, of course, in the spirit of Christmas, I did go ahead and drop a couple of Santa spells on him to try to fill the remaining gaps. There were 1 or 2 little tiny gaps in there. And by the way, this is, of course, on the Galadon Tribe account, which is not probably as effective as doing this from the Santa's Surprise account. Because if you think about it, if I attack a base like this from my Santa's Surprise account and drop gifts, it's very likely that he would revenge and drop gifts on me. So we will continue and we will try that strategy as well. Of course, if you see me, please drop some gifts on me. And thank you, Galadon, for sticking around all the way to the end of the episode. Get ready for Clashmas! And what? I guess that's about it. I won't say my usual saying. I'll just say I'll see you all again tomorrow. Or maybe not tomorrow, the day after tomorrow for more full attacks. Yes. Thanks. You're welcome.
Galadon, your chances of finding your own base are about 1 in a billion. You've got no hope.